Things aren't as bad as we think they are. Things are not as bad as we think they are. Now somebody might want me to have some kind of proof to prove that to you. You're just gonna have to trust it this time. And that comes from being a thinker. It's just, things aren't as bad as we think they are. So if you can try to develop that mindset, even if it's for a few minutes, you need to get that concept built in. Things aren't as bad as we think they are. I'm saying you need to have a belief that if your environment is suspect at best, suspect and uncouth, and you feel distraught, acrimony, sick, trapped under a lid, or anything like that, our situations are not as bad as we think they are. Now I know I just did a video called I'm Done, and I'm Done is closing a chapter on something that is rounding up for me. But our situations is not as bad as we think that they are. Try to stop and think about it for 2 minutes, please. If you can stop and think about it, it's not as bad as you think it is. So things can appear to be bleak. They can appear to be traumatic. They can appear to be dysfunctional. And a lot of that feels like it's just complete reality. And like nobody's on your side, nobody is with you, and you got to do this on your own, and it's just you. And I'm talking about myself. I damn near killed somebody before I let them help me. And that's kind of sickening. But it's just, when you cut like this, some of our communities have been diced up to pieces, and we didn't have anybody over top of us to look out for us, so therefore we jump overboard when we realize that they jumped overboard. So the ship is sinking, and we just find ourselves trapped and traumatized by a reality or some kind of discomfort that we are facing and dealing with. It's just true. But things aren't as bad as we think they are. They're not that bad, not as bad as we think they are. So there are not necessarily good people, but there are people that do want to do positive things for other people, but because of a situation that they may be in right now or that they've been in, it's just almost like it's impossible. It feels like it's impossible. It just feels like, I get it, but things are not as bad as we think they are. And I'm saying that to you, almost feeling like I'm 2 seconds away from being in an insane asylum, strapped up, and where they got the clamps in the back with the white outfit on and padded walls. That type, where I feel like I'm centimeters away from that type of behavior. So I'm saying, before that step becomes realistic, I'm like, wait a minute, things can't be as bad as I think they are. They they just can't be. They just cannot be. So take your adversity on, stop and write it down on a piece of paper and say, hey, this is my adversity. This is my depression. This is my stress. This is what I'm facing. Focus yourself and do not be distracted. And remember, things are not as bad as you think they are.